Marc, how was the play?
It was amazing. It was amazing. Othello, me and my wife went to see Othello on Friday for her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, baby. Love you.
Did you say it?
I did say happy birthday.
Make it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Not about me.
That's true. Anyway.
Carry on.
And I got to see Denzel. It was the last weekend of it. We saw Friday. I think his last date was that Sunday, so I wanted to make sure we saw it. He was great. Jake Gyllenhaal was great. I mean, it was an amazing performance. The whole cast was great. It was just a great play. I'm not a big Shakespeare person. That's not really my bag. Mm-hmm. But they made it, like Mel was saying before, they made it more modern and more accessible. So it was super, super good. Great play.
It wasn't speaking thee and thou and all that?
There was some thee and thous, but it was a lot less of it, and there was a lot of
It was modern gesticulation.
There you go.
Gesticulation.
And is that all, sir?
Modern gesticulation.
Hold on, guys. Is that all?
What do you mean?
Hold on, I'll let you finish. I want
the word gesture is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let them finish.
We're gonna wait. I'm with Flip.
Yeah, I'm gonna hyper focus on you
because I was on Reddit.
Yeah, is that all?
Yeah, Reddit showed your wife's dialogue when she got home.
That was backstage though.
That was backstage.
That was still backstage.
You trying to say the nigga house look big like that, nigga? He ain't nah. Chill out. Don't big the nigga. You doing too much now. That's not.
I'm done.
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah,
That's next deal. Yeah, we got some space to clear. My wife loves Denzel Washington. That's like her all-time favorite.
Who doesn't love Denzel?
Exactly.
Amazing person.
And she said this is the one person I've always wanted to meet. And she doesn't like to meet famous people. Whenever I try to get her to meet famous people or say hello, she's like, I'm from Jersey. We don't do that. Which
she's right.
I didn't understand.
She is right.
I thought that
we don't do that.
Y'all don't do that.
No.
That's right.
You see how Ish act? He don't want to say hi to his cousin.
Ish damn near won't say hi to the guests when they come. Hey, Marie.
Right. So, but she was like, I would like to meet Denzel. And the problem is when you're even moderately, like I said before, luxury once enjoyed becomes a necessity. So now it's like, hopefully we get to meet Denzel, which means I really expect to meet Denzel.
Make that happen.
Make it happen.
So I'm like, I don't know nobody that knows Denzel. There's different levels of famous, and Denzel's another stratosphere. So I don't even know nobody that could get to meet Denzel. So first person I called on the way there was Mel. Right?
I was like, can't help you.
Let me be clear. That wasn't the first person. I went through my list, and on the way,
No.
I was like, Mel was there, so I thought maybe, and I thought you had to hook up for Denzel.
She's for down. She's only for down.
Because you had to hook up for Denzel, right?
Yeah, but it kind of works being in there.
So
not since he got back.
Not since he got saved.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make this.
She on the block list.
Leave the worldly things to the world.
That name better not
Get
pop
thee
up.
behind.
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So then I was like, let me just go buy some tickets really close to the stage. I was like, so if she ain't gonna meet Denzel tonight, but at the very least she gonna be close to him. So I got like third, fourth row. Them tickets is expensive. Even like
Yes, they were.
and I got them
Hold
second.
up, you bought them day of?
I bought them like a day and a half before.
Okay.
Same thing.
Same shit.
But it was crazy for Orchestra Center, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna have to hope that we can
That he sees you?
that he sees me and knows who I am.
Hey.
Two big ifs.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. So I get in there, I'm looking around, I'm like, a couple people spoke to me, I was like, maybe there's a famous person who I know who's going backstage. I don't see anybody. Then the two comedians, Riz Ahmed, the actor, and Hassan Minhaj are there at intermission. I know them pretty well.
Riz Ahmed was there?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
I think he's single.
Okay.
Then don't tell her.
He just
That's
did.
no challenge. Right?
He just did.
So I was like, maybe at the end of the show, if they go backstage, I'll just go with them. Because I'm like, I'm going to make this happen for my wife, right? Because I don't want her. I want her birthday to be good.
Right. Of course.
So the show ends, and they're far away, and I'm not thirsty, so I'm not going to yell across the other room because they're at the stage door, like they're about to go. But I didn't want to be like, "Yo, wait for," because it's like,
Yeah, you can't do that.
because it's an ask and a yell at the same
You
time.
from Jersey
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
But we ain't never did that in Philly. So I just let it go. I'm like, I'm stuck. I'm walking up the aisle. I see this brother with a old head with like a pinstripe suit on. He gives me a handshake. He's my frat, right? So he throws up the yo and says, "Yo, what's going on? Nice to meet you. I see you, blah, 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 blah." I was like, "Oh, good to meet you, bro." Like, what you up to? He was like, "Oh, I'm just going to see my man D." I was like, oh, this might work. But
Wow.
but niggas say that and
it'd be
bullshit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of ignored it, went to the front, came back. Now everybody's out the theater. I'm trying to walk back to security, hoping security recognizes me and just lets me back. He looked like he was about to taser me. So I was like, he doesn't know who I am. I walk back out to leave and I see my frat brother again. He says, I said, well, what you about to do?
Well, can you pause for a second? I do want to just highlight that Mark think he famous enough that somebody about to see him and be like, oh, come in with Denzel.
I see
But
Mark.
I
I see
feel
Mark
he-
get ran down on them streets. So.
I'm trying to
Yeah, he
That's
is.
possible.
You wasn't
And I feel like
downstairs.
that's where his story's going.
You wasn't downstairs, though.
What it is, Joe.
I believe it.
I'm not that famous.
No,
but there's a lesson.
Stop that, though.
But there's a lesson that I learned. Jesse Jackson told me this. He said, if you just walk like that's where you're supposed to be.
That's a fact.
That's
That's
right.
true.
Fact.
That is
Right.
the fact.
That's
So
true.
and I'm just noticeable enough that like he looked kind of familiar. He walking like he's supposed to be here. I don't want to be the nigga to stop somebody important. That's the vibe.
Denzel's son.
It could be, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. He's like, we just waiting for Denzel. We'll just. I was like, all right. I was like, can I go back with y'all? He was like, you got to check with the security. The security comes over, shakes my hand, says, I love the pod.
There you go.
Love Joe Budden
We got
podcast. He said, but I want to correct something.
Uh-oh.
He said, I didn't let Mel back because I knew her. I let her back because I knew her friend Kelly. This, for some reason, was important that he wanted to know. I don't know why.
Wait.
Oh my!
Am I? I'm just.
Wait.
What the fuck?
This is this is what he told me out of nowhere.
Unprovoked.
Ish, that beverage ain't that good.
Wait.
What?
No, he didn't. He wasn't dissing you. He was just saying like I don't know why he needed me to
I
know this.
literally said that
On
up
the
here.
right,
I literally said that
we
up
cracked
here.
jokes up here and saying that she knew the security, so we did that and overshadowed
Yeah.
what she was saying.
I think you said that. I think you said that to defend you.
1,000%.
Right, like Mel wasn't-
He's not revealing anything.
I heard some stories about the Mel
literally
remix
said
too,
that.
though. I've heard some stories out here about the Mel
now usually
remix.
she don't do this, but
Yeah.
I think he was saying. I think he was saying like Mel wasn't doing nothing out of pocket. It was actually a friend who let it like that. I think he was defending you. He wasn't saying like a diss.
Probably.
Right.
He was, but I'm just immature.
So anyway,
You all are.
So anyway, so I'm sitting there waiting now, and I'm like, all right, I hope didn't they let me back. 10 seconds later, Denzel, we still in the middle of the theater. Denzel just comes out wearing sweats and a black t-shirt and just sits down and just starts talking to everybody, right? At that same moment, Chance the Rapper walks in, right? And, you know,
Chance knows Denzel.
he does not. We had not. He sits down directly next. I don't think you understand how famous Denzel Washington is. He sits down next to him. He's talking for about 10 minutes. He's so famous, he doesn't even see anybody in the room but the people he already knows. About 10 minutes after talking, he's telling stories, he's charming us, he's laughing, he's making fun of his own performance, even though it was great. He's doing all the things, making small talk, just the coolest, every bit as cool as you would expect him to be. Then he says, oh, so who else you got here? So he turns around and he looks at Chance and goes, hey, Denzel, who are you? He says, I'm Chance the Rapper. He says, are you famous? Chance says, like, you know, he's being cool, you know what I mean? And then he goes around the room, speaks to other people. Chance is so cool. I love Chance. It's my brother, right? Then he looks at me and says, and who are you? My man. He said, you on TV, right?
I was about to say, I feel like Denzel would know Mark.
Well, I was banking on that. I was like, my whole plan the whole time was that he would know who I was and be cool.
Yeah.
He goes, my man. He said, you on TV? I said, yeah. He said, what do you do? I said, I just say CNN because it's the easiest thing, right? I said, CNN. He said, that's right, blah, blah, blah. Now we're cool, we talking, joking, whatever. Then Denzel says, well, I got to go out and talk to the people. I got to say hello, I'll be back. Because I still haven't got my wife's picture. He turns to Chance again and says, how famous are you? Chance goes,
Oh my God.
Chance goes, pretty famous. And he says, come with me, we're going to find out. They,
That's fire.
they walk in the hallway. They go down the hallway, kick open the door to Broadway. There's 1,000 people standing outside. And as soon as the door opens, they're cheering. They're screaming. The flashbulbs popping and shit. He pulls Chance up onto the lift on the SUV. And they just both start waving to the crowd. The crowd's like, Chance. And he brings them back in. It was like, he was like, oh, yeah, you kind of famous.
You all right? Yeah.
That's
Holy
fire.
shit.
son.
That's fire.
Fame check.
It was the wild.
By
check.
Denzel.
And he wasn't, there was no arrogance to it. It was like, I'm just somebody
I'm
else.
different. I'm from a different planet.
Yes.
I don't know none of this.
And I'm older.
Yeah.
So
And then Chance sat down, and then I finally got my picture.
And I don't care.
Right.
That part too.
And I don't care about
That
none
part
of
too.
this.
He don't
Right.
be giving a fuck.
Yeah.
He was like, "You're famous." So then my wife finally got the picture, right? My wife had it set to Instagram, so I couldn't take like multiple pictures. You'll be shocked to know I didn't take a good picture. She was looking
We never
at,
do.
No, yeah, but this was like
husbands are the worst.
we are the worst.
We're the
But
worst.
imagine like
Especially when she liked the guy that I'm taking.
Right.
pictures.
Yeah,
No.
definitely gonna be a
like
little-
you lucky
put my
Denzel's
thumb
in this
right in there.
motherfucker, right? It might have been you and the security guy.
You and Chance.
Right.
You didn't know how to close out of Instagram and just go to camera?
I don't.
The girls like the photos
Denzel
better
Washington
from
is
Instagram.
standing there. Remember, Denzel standing there having to go back out to the 1,000 people waiting. I had 4 seconds.
Okay.
She looked at it, looked at me, and if anybody in a relationship, you understand, no matter how much you do for your partner, well, let me say that. I think the gentleman will agree with me.
Come on,
You're
Pastor.
only as good as the last part of your favor,
That's
right?
a fact. My
Wow.
girl
So-
totally forgot about
Pass
that
the
call.
plate around.
So $5,000 for the tickets don't matter. Denzel Washington don't matter. The only thing you gonna remember is I took a bad
Fucked up
picture.
the picture.
That's the only thing
That's
that's
a
gonna
fact.
matter.
That's a fact.
Denzel goes back out solo. Oh, and what's his name was there? Chill.
Chill Rob G.
No, the brother from House Party.
Chill, that's in the wheelchair?
Yeah. I didn't want to say that, but
I mean,
Chill. It's not, I keep wanting to
Bishop
say
say
Yeah.
no, Chill.
I just call him Chill,
I
but
just know
yeah.
from House Party, the one that he,
I know Chill.
Yeah, he was there, and so we in there talking. He built legend, love Chill, and we were sitting there talking. He's like, I think Denzel's leaving for good now. I ain't got no picture. He comes back out, and I said, Denzel, please don't kill me. I said, I've messed up my wife. He said, she's a Gemini. I understand. Took the camera back, said, take as many as you want. I took like 5 good ones. He said, no, you check it this time.
Wow.
Oh, that's dope.
Let me check the camera. Let her check
That's
the camera.
fire. And made her
Amazing.
whole
Wow, yo.
And
world.
and then he said, "Yo, man, I'm proud of you." Reached out to give me a dap. I forgot I had arms. My fucking soda fell. My phone fell. I was groupie. I was a bird.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And he just was like, kept walking. But that made my wife's night. You know what I mean? He left and we all kind of kicked a little bit. Chance, everybody was there. Just a good time. But Denzel made my wife's night. He made everybody's night. They say don't meet your heroes, don't meet the people you admire.
Don't meet
But I
your
gotta
idols.
say,
You can meet Denzel.
you can meet Denzel, and it was honestly one of the most famous, one of the best famous people stories I have in terms of the way we were treated and how dope he was. So shout out to him, and shout out to my
Make some
frat
noise
brother
for
for
that.
making that happen.
Yeah, take some noise for that. That's fucking awesome.
Fire bullshit.
Neutral button.